Hello and welcome. I am the awkward GM Corbin. My pronouns are he, him, and you are tuning in to Accursed in Boston. Our, I guess this episode shall be called The Horror on the 13th Floor. With me today, as always, are my two lovely players. We will start first with I just realized I put Charlotte and Chaz in the opposite locations on the overlay. We shall.
Okay, I can be Chaz today.
Okay, Charlotte.
Okay. So introduce. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna fix that because none of you you're not gonna be able to do it.
I'm Chaz. I'm the coolest person on this planet, and you can find me anywhere you look up my name.
I am Charlotte. I am brilliant. I am generous. I'm intelligent. And I also play one badass spider.
Awesome, and we shall
Nailed it.
And now it is fixed. Okay, so Charlotte, who are you and what are you playing?
Me?
I'm not making Chaz do it. Chaz is in the right spot now.
Yes, I'm Charlotte. I use she, her pronouns. And you can find me. I play in Words and Witchcraft. We have a Discord and a YouTube, and we're you can listen to us as well. And today I am playing Charlotte the Spider, a 8 hands primal academic. I work at the Elizabeth Gardner Museum as a guard for the art.
Awesome. And now Chaz.
I am Chaz, he, him pronouns, and I am playing Nokrem, the Bathory hungry, who is big on self-healing through buying her products and spa treatments. They are very good. Many of them include some sort of blood because, she is who she is. But for the first time ever being online, you can actually find me someplace else. I have recently started a Twitch, a Start Playing, and a few other things. So if you look up Nokrem Plays, Nokrem like the Nokrem I am playing, tomorrow's going to be my debut stream. And so, yeah, that's where I will be for the foreseeable future.
Ooh, that is so awesome. I am so glad. I've been playing with you for I think over a year now, and
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you expanding out.
It's a long time coming.
Let's begin. And I brought up a D6, and that is not a die that I use. But we shall begin. And we are using the dice pot. If you haven't already, there is a link to use the dice pot for Onyx Path. If you want to use that for your games, you can get it at the Discord in the dice pot section. Posted a link right there. Do the guards keep the art from escaping? Successfully 90% of the time. Someone asked for the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. So yeah, there's a there were a couple of major paintings that disappeared. I think 5 or something. Famously.
It's the art that escaped. They weren't stolen.
Anyway, so going back to last session, what was that?
I said they jumped off the wall and walked out on their little tiny legs.
I mean, in Curseborne, that could be what happened. Where last we left off, Nokrem and Charlotte were talking with Leo, an heir, who was upset that they had disrupted an heir liminality in the Dedham Mall. Not only that, took two of the mannequins out from the mirror universe that they're in and exposed them to sunlight, killing them, turning them to dust in the wind. You will find that on the previous episode. Tonight's episode is Reconciliation. He gave two options to our players. He said you could either go to a haunted amusement park or the 13th floor of a hotel that is possibly haunted. They chose the latter, and they gave the former to Lucian, the outcast who kind of got them into this trouble in the first place. He is now investigating the amusement park while you all are investigating the hotel. Now, a day or so has passed, and you have all been able to heal up. I had not mentioned it prior, but you have gained XP. You have gained 2 XP for the previous session, and you had 2 XP for the session before as well. So you should be at a grand total of 4 XP. I will put it in our little Discord group here so that you can keep track of that. But on this particular day, how are you all spending it? I will go to reverse order from before. Charlotte, it is the night of visiting the 13th floor of this hotel. What do you plan on doing?
I think Charlotte, he's like, I'm going to go incognito. I'm going to make it look like I'm actually checking myself into a hotel. She's got like this bag. It's like a Mary Poppins bag. It's like a big duffely looking bag with a bunch of flower patterns on it. And she's just going to like pack some stuff in it as if she was staying the night at a hotel. But she's also going to add some other things.
Like what?
Like rope, a flashlight, some spiders, some bones, maybe some moss, a book in case things get slow, some snacks, a little bit of water, tea.
Okay, then. Getting this all prepped up. If you need anything in the future, we will flash back to this moment of you having packed it in your bag.
I was hoping for that.
In this game, you have a resource called Momentum. Because we have 2 players, we are starting with 2 Momentum. I believe if you spend 1, you can get like a minor thing, but if you spend 2, it is a plus. If you spend 2, it's like a major boon type thing if you want. So like, if you didn't say gun, suddenly you have a gun in the bag type thing. Chaz, how is Nokrem spending this the day before going into the hotel?
Is there something she can do that either allows her to like get a case for this massive scythe or make it look like a prop? If not, she'll probably just like walk in and hope she can like hypnotize somebody to forget it. But
I will say we could, if you want to give me a, how's your resources? How many resources do you have?
I have 2 curse die.
Or wealth. Sorry.
I have personally no wealth. I think I have a contact. One of my contacts is a rich Bathorite with a couple dungeons, but that's 1 dot, and I'm assuming they won't give that to me for free.
No, probably not. I will say, you know what? Let's look at this character sheet. I'm feeling maybe generous. I don't know. We shall see. So I have my my story path quick reference sheet here for the mechanics. We have artistry, athletics, culture, enigma, survival, technology, larceny. Okay. If you want to do like an artistry plus intellect, I could say you can like set up a like case for your device or your site.
Let's give it a shot. Key thing to note, Nokrem is neither artistic nor intelligent. But still got a hit.
Okay, we will. It was a very easy hit for that. You have like basically you've set it up so that your scythe is can be broken down into different parts, so you can like assemble it quickly. I'm thinking of sort of like one of the like I forget what they call it for like someone who's blind, where like they have the stick.
Right.
And it's got like a cord going down the core of it so that you can just like it can be folded up together, and then it's just quickly like shake it a bit and the pieces will collapse into themselves and like connect.
Nice.
So now you have yourself a violin case for your scythe or something equivalent. How are you all arriving to this hotel?
Want to take the tea?
Yeah, I'm down.
We'll take the red line.
Okay. You are going to the Boston, affectionately called the Boston Ship House. The Boston Ship House is a hotel that has essentially been in Boston for a long time. It is on the bay, and the reason it's called the Ship House is because one, it looks like a giant ship, like the way it's structured, the way it is set up. It looks as though it is trying to mimic the appearance of a cruise. It has been around for quite a long time. As far as you know, you can do research if you want to delve deeper into it. But it is a sort of 15 floor building. Of course, actually 14, because there is no 13th floor. But in the previous session, you were given a video which shows that people, mostly horror streamers or urban legend streamers, have been disappearing into the 13th floor by pressing the 12 and the 14th floor buttons at the same exact time. You are at the lobby. I will leave it to you.
How many people are in the lobby, Jess?
What time are you arriving at?
Figure like later the better, considering we're trying to do like some kind of haunted thing. So
The later the better.
that's what I would pitch to Charlotte, like before as we're like planning what time to go.
Want to go more like midnight?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've set up the room in advance. It is like on the like third or fourth floor of the hotel. You get to the hotel at midnight. They sort of buzz you in, as it were, and they say, and there are only like there's only one person there. There's only the person at the front desk.
Okay. I'm assuming we didn't book a reservation, so we'll go to the desk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. My name is Ken. I will be glad to assist you in anything you need. Checking in for the evening.
Yes. Hi, Ken.
Hello. And what do you have? Do you have a reservation? What's the name under?
No. Uh, no reservation.
I thought you had said that you were setting one up prior.
Oh, we did? Okay, then yes. Yes.
I'm just correcting you.
Yes, it's under Charlotte.
Lovely, and she starts typing, and she's like, "Oh, okay, yep, everything looks good. You have the two queen overlooking the bay.
Ooh.
Quite nice. If you need anything, don't hesitate to call room service. Do you need help with your bags at all? We can get someone to take it up for you. And how much have you have like a duffel bag, and Nokrem has like a violin case.
A violin, yeah.
I think we can handle our bags. Thank you, though.
Oh, no problem.
I also assume Nokrem is just staring at Ken with slightly more intensity than usual.
She is looking at you, and is there anything I can help you with, ma'am?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I think I'm fine.
There is a rooftop a rooftop what rooftop bar that has been set up on the 15th floor if you wish um, to have drinks or anything. Sadly, it does close at 1 a.m., so it is kind of getting late there. But that is an option. I apologize that we don't have any food amenities, but there is a mini fridge with some drinks and some snack items if you wish in your room. And she hands you the key cards.
Thank you,
Okay.
Ken.
Mm-hmm. Anytime.
You're very lovely, Ken.
And she will point you to the elevators unless you wish to do anything else.
No.
No.
Okay. You find yourselves in the elevator. What do you do at this moment?
What do you think about convincing someone from the rooftop to come with us / snack?
That's a great idea. I didn't even think of it. Yeah.
We'll be like, hey, we found like a haunted room, like we know how to get to the 13th floor, and then like they'll come with us to explore it, and then once we get there, we are the haunt.
Yeah, we could bring them. We can use them as a shield if need, and if we don't need, then we just.
Yeah. All right. So I press the 15 button in the elevator.
You come up to the 15th floor, and it is set up. Essentially, in front of you is the bar area already. Like there's a hostess or host, what you call it, station for you to arrive and like get seats. But it is quite empty at the moment. There are probably about like, it's a giant room, but there's like 5 or 6 people at the bar for a bar of like maybe 20 normally. You can see there are people here who look to be on business trips, some tech bros, some people who look to be on vacation and just having a good time. You know, the types with like the Hawaiian shirt and sundress or whatever.
Right. Is there anyone who's alone?
Roll me a cunning plus survival check.
survivalist, but you're kind of cunning.
I have a cunning plan. If any-
Oh!
oh, damn. Something happened. Oh, yeah. 9, 9, 10. The dice bot loved you tonight. And that is a wicked success. There is a person that you can tell quite clearly is a state senator. Someone who is drinking it up, partying, and flirting with the bartender, though she's not having it right now.
Right. I'll just sashay my way over. And I think I'll use my allure edge to kind of direct the state senator towards me.
Hey, allure. Lure. If I look at the allure edge, it reduces their defense and integrity by 1.
Mm-hmm.
And this can bring mundane characters to 0 for the difficulty to attract them as prey.
Yes.
Roll me a presence plus persuasion.
That's the role we were looking for.
Or manipulation, if whichever is better, because you are.
She is shockingly bad at manipulation, but she has the presence.
Whoa, okay, 5 hits, another wicked success on this. This is just so good. He is so inebriated right now that he is fumbling with words. He's just like, oh, hey there. And I'm bad at flirting, even in normal situations, but basically he's like, yeah, what are you doing tonight?
I just want to like, come this way, and direct. At this point, I'm not even going to explain anything. Just like, yeah, we're going into the elevator, and then when we get to the elevator, we'll potentially go to some hauntings.
Okay, he is attracted into the elevator. Now, are you going to your hotel room, or are you going directly to the 13th floor at the moment?
I assumed 13th floor, Charlotte. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, who is...
I'll press them.
Okay, you're gonna
14
press
and
them?
12.
Pressing both the 14th and the 12th button at the exact same time, the elevator begins to shake quite a lot as you feel as though you're thrown against the sides of the elevator, and the senator is looking up and he's like, oh man, you're rocking my world right now. And as soon as it started, it halts and the doors open up to a quite dimly lit floor. Had you gone to the other floors, you'd basically be like, oh yeah, this looks like just every other floor out there. But as you like look out, you can see that the lights are flickering in some places, and there's just an air about it as if you are not in the building you were in before, the immaculate hotel that has been a 5-star hotel in Boston for decades at this moment. It feels as though you're in a place that no one visits anymore. Oh, and I am blocking Chaz with the dice bot stuff, so I need to
That's pretty
fix
important,
that.
though.
Yeah, I need to fix that, though. I apologize to those who haven't been able to see Chaz's lovely face. Uh, but you are now on the 13th floor, as it were.
I want to grab the senator and just kind of stick him out, like, you're testing the water to see if there's, just like stick him out there and be like, anything.
Nothing happens as you stick him out, and he's just sort of like drunkenly like flailing a little. We're flying.
Senator, which senator are you? Who are you?
Oh, you can call me Steve. I'm state senator.
Okay, Steve.
Yeah.
Well, we're here to meet someone important, the person who owns this floor. You
Yeah.
probably
Me?
have
What?
you have a good eye. Where do important people stay? Like, lead us.
It's
No, we're
I mean, I go to I got the penthouse on the 15th floor. You could go back and just. He starts clicking the button to call the elevator back.
I'm gonna swat at it like a cat. Like, no, no, no.
No. Okay, it was like, I mean, like, I don't have a room here. I've never been to this floor, I don't think.
If this was your floor, which direction would is your penthouse?
Oh, this way. And he starts walking down the hall.
Follow Steve.
Well, let's see.
As we're walking through the hallway, can I look out for any... First, I release my spiders, but can I look out for any... You said it feels like it hasn't been used in a while. I'm looking out for actual spiders that have been here,
Nice.
as well as any, like, carvings in the wall, like messages left behind by previous people.
Roll
Just
me an esoterica plus intellect roll. S'il vous plaît? I think s'il vous plaît.
Mm-hmm. It's a low roll, but I got one hit.
One hit. You look at the spiders in this area, and one of them looks up to you with a human face and goes and runs away.
I did bring food.
Wait, don't go.
And these roll me a presence plus persuasion or a manipulation plus persuasion. Chaz is, or Nokrem is just looking at this like, oh god, I can understand what it's saying. Okay, is that another? Oh, 2 hits. The human face spider like comes over near you and is like opening up its mouth, and you could see just like the weird fangs at the teeth, and like it is not a human mouth by any stretch of the imagination, and it is stretched a little bit to accommodate for any food you provide.
I did pack snacks, so I will feed him a couple juicy morsels.
He eats whatever flies or worms or whatever you have brought. And he says, beware, the feeding happens here. And it runs away.
We'll take what we can get.
Yeah.
Feeding happens in the hallways.
Steve is walking towards the door of a room that, if it were his floor, would probably be his penthouse.
Right.
And he takes out the key card, slides, like presses it up against the door handle. And there's a satisfying click as he opens the door into a dilapidated hotel room. Yeah, it doesn't seem like this is a very, very well kept, like 1-star review, right?
Go in and check. I think there's a deeper room in there.
Okay. And you guys are all staying out?
I probably should follow him. But I think now that we're here, he's going to be fed upon. Like, I think that's either the room is or I'm going to feed on him. So, like, you know what? I like Steve. I'm going to go watch his demise.
Okay. What is Charlotte doing?
I'll take a step in.
Okay. As you all step in, the door behind you closes shut.
God damn it.
And Steve begins walking to the bed. And the TV turns on to a staticky channel as a woman appears clad in lingerie, and she begins beckoning to Steve to come to the bed.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
One, is this woman like part of the dead or part of the hungry? Because if it's part of the dead, I will let it happen. But if it's part of the hungry, like if the hungry is going to feed on Steve, it needs to be me. So can I like, what type of entity is this?
Oh yeah, roll an esoterica plus intellect.
Nokrem, you need to be smarter.
There is an ability by the for your curse die that if you want to spend a hit, it can identify supernaturals, I think.
So I use a curse die.
If you got a hit on a curse die, it
I
would.
did not get a hit on curse die, sadly. No, I did.
Yeah, because you have 2 curse die
Two.
and a dice pool of 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see here. I am trying to bring it up quickly because it has been quite a while. Oh, curse die are in the curse magic. Okay. Section. So curse die, curse die, curse die. Curse die tricks. Okay, otherworldly sense. You can apply this trick to an investigation action. You can gain additional evidence with the accursed tag. So I will say you can identify what type of supernatural this creature is.
Okay.
You can definitely tell she is not human. She does seem to be some sort of illusion that has been set up by this place.
Right. Okay. So not hungry, therefore I am not jealous. I am going to undo my little violin case and start, just in case.
Are you going to stop Steve as he is getting to the bed?
Like I say, like his fate's already sealed. At least we can maybe see what this thing is.
Okay.
I mean, this might potentially be our contact. Can I like hold Steve and just like I want to chat with this woman in the TV?
You're gonna hold Steve back while you chat with this woman.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like hold on to him and like.
Okay.
Yeah, he's drunk.
Okay, she is beckoning from the bed. She is not. She is not at the TV. She is like lit by the TV, the light of the TV, and she is. She says she is. Please come to me, as she is like trying to motion to Steve. What do you say to her to get her attention?
Yeah, I'll say, hello. We are here on behalf of the Ayers family. They are interested in negotiating some sort of contract with the owner of the 13th floor of this hotel.
She smiles and she says, "Oh, well, if you want to talk to them, they're in another room. But if you let me have this delicious morsel in front of you, I'll tell you where you can find them."
I release Steve.
Okay. Steve gets onto the bed, and this woman sort of like begins to snuggle him a little bit into just like putting an arm around him as she begins like caressing the top of his head and pulling his eyelids open as he looks into the TV. And she says, "Good. That'll keep him busy for a while. You
Yeah,
can
his name's Steve.
Oh, precious," as she begins to like run her fingers through his hair, and she says, "You can find the owner of this floor in the 13th room on the 13th floor." Though I highly recommend you take stock of things. Thank you for such a delicious meal.
Do you think she'll tell us the person's name if we ask politely?
I mean, we can try. Like, I assume Steve would just be a very good meal. So, like, they got more bargain. They got more bargain than we did. So I'll be like, "Excuse me, new friend.
Yes.
Uh, perhaps you could tell us the name of the owner of the 13th floor."
Oh. Well, their name is 13.
Okay.
Thank you.
We should probably also meet with them at 1 a.m. because that's the 13th.
Like that. Um, is our phone still working? Like, do we still have time so we can like wait, or are the phones just like no time?
The
I have a
phones
watch.
are the phones and watches are working. You don't have a signal here.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah, want to like do some exploring
Thanks.
before 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye, friend. Bye,
Bye,
Steve.
Steve.
She snaps her finger and the door opens. As you leave, she's like, "Oh, you're just so good. I could eat you right up." And then as the door closes, you hear a
I'm just gonna yell back. You don't have to brag about it.
It
You should have
is.
brought people down.
You should have, yeah. um. Okay. You want to like look for like other spider friends, or just like open other doors and see what's there? I mean, we might get trapped if we don't have like an extra Steve to like.
Yeah, I mean, let's make our way to the 13th room
Okay.
Mhm.
because if it's missing, like the elevator button, we might have to
Go
do
looking
some
for it.
exploring. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she did say take stock, so I don't know what that means.
All right. Let's do some exploring.
Okay. Walking around, so it's easy to get lost in these corridors for a bit. You find yourselves walking in front of a door that is the 1303. You walk a little bit further and you find yourself back at 1303 again.
I'm gonna put my hand on the doorknob and 1303. I won't turn it. Just want to like.
You put your hand on the doorknob, and there is a satisfying click as it unlocks.
What number was the penthouse room?
The penthouse room was 1301.
Have we seen a 1309?
Roll me a survival plus cunning.
One hit on the cursed die.
One hit on the curse die. Oh, that is, if I'm right about that, yeah, that would be a cruel failure. Difficulty would have been more than one. You do find 1309. It is open.
Well, gotta walk through.
I'll hold open the door.
Okay. Roll me a might plus close combat as the door begins to try and close itself. Give me, I will say it's a difficulty of 3 with a complication of 2. If you can't beat the complication, you are stuck on the no, I guess if you were stuck on the other side and it closed, that would have meant it would have been you couldn't have closed it on the right thing. Okay. There's a difficulty. The difficulty is for you to be on the right side of it.
Mm-hmm.
The complication is it's closed. If that makes sense. Charlotte. So difficulty of 3, complication 2. Nice. So three successes, but it is a wicked success.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say that you managed to buy off the complication with that. So you were going to be on the right side of it, and you have kept the door open without it closing, so that you can get back out if you need be. You find you take the iron, like the ironing board from the closet that's in this hotel room, and you manage to wedge it between the door and the frame so that it doesn't close completely.
Great.
Chaz,
Mm-hmm.
can Nokrem roll me a survival plus dexterity check?
You mean my 1 die? Sure, I could do that.
Difficulty of 3.
Yeah, that's a 0.
The walking into the room, you feel yourself go through a cobweb for a second, and you're like, oh god, cobweb. And as you fall a little bit forward, as you're walking forward, you don't hit a cobweb, you hit like a full-on net. Your body sticks to this giant spider web, as it were. Looking up, you see 8 red eyes looking down upon you. Lunch.
Oh no, I'm not lunch. I know Charlotte. It's fine.
Do I recognize this spider?
Roll me a culture plus intellect or cunning.
Okay. Let's see. 2 hits.
2 hits. Okay. This spider looking down at you, you can identify it as the Death Widow. A Death Widow is a elder within the Ocho,
Mm-hmm.
the 8 hands. Something feels off. You can tell that in her primal form, she is looking more spider-like than looking humanoid. She is gigantic. There is a fear that is coming off of her that you can like there is terror incarnate filling your bones as you look up to her. This is not a family member that you would get along with. A this is a terrible aunt who would sooner see you dead to prolong her own life.
But she's scared.
She's not scared. She is giving the aura of fear around her.
Oh, okay. Well, I can talk to spiders. I'll probably...
She is speaking English.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The elders will probably try to eat me too, honestly. I am going to go into my wild form. I'm going to turn into a spider person.
Please describe the transformation.
Yeah, sure. It's kind of like in fast motion, but like Charlotte's hair kind of like flies out in all directions, and then it looks like it kind of like envelops her, and then as she's like in a black cocoon of what looks like silky hair, and then it slowly like cracks open, but instead of like breaking open with just 2 hands and arms, it like breaks open with the 8, like that.
Mm, awesome. Roll for initiative, I think, unless you wish to do something before beginning an assault.
I was hoping to do Scent of Danger. It's a
Okay,
spell.
please do.
Excellent.
I am bringing it up right now. Scent of Danger. Activate the spell as a simple action for the rest of the scene. Anyone attempting to take aggressive action against you suffers a minor complication. If not bought off, they gain the terrified status effect. Okay.
Yes. And it's holding a curse die, which I have.
Awesome. Roll for initiative. It is the higher of your either dex and empathy or cunning plus athletics, I believe. Yeah, cunning athletics or empathy plus dexterity. I will do some GM rolling in the background here. It seems like, if I'm right here, Nokrem got 3.
Yep.
I got 2.
Nokrem, you can go first. You're currently trapped in a web.
So do I see that Charlotte is getting ready to attack?
I would say so. She just went into her primal form.
Okay, well that means Charlotte is pissed, which means Nokrem is pissed, and so I would like to use Ebon Strike.
Okay, you are currently stuck in the web. I'm going to give you a complication of
Even though
2.
Ebon Strike says it ignores area effects that would prevent movement.
Ooh. Let me see this. Ebon Strike?
Yeah, EBON.
Ebon Strike. Embrace the power of darkness. The hungry bears down on her target with voracious speed. You reflexively move one armband, ignoring any terrain and area of effects that would prevent or block your movement. And you also gain the following trick. Open Assault. After moving, you can make an attack. After moving with this spell and making an attack, inflict an additional injury. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Ebon Strike.
Nice.
So you're going to be doing movement and an attack at the same time. So I think that's a mixed action. So that would be like athletics plus might, I think.
But I also have Quicken
Oh,
the Dead, which allows me to use the higher of the 2 actions.
okay.
And I
So
assume the attack would be might and close combat.
Yeah, might and close combat, and then dexterity athletics would have been the other.
Okay. So that might and close combat is definitely the higher of the 2.
Yep, go for it.
Come on, dice.
You have 2 momentum. You got 1 hit right now. You could spend 3 momentum.
Charlotte, how much are you willing to spend any on this?
Yeah, of course. Spend what you want.
And just adds a hit?
It does. And I will say her defense is technically 3.
I would need to use both of our momentum for this.
Yep.
Charlotte?
Oh, wait a minute. You failed a roll before you got 1 extra
yeah,
momentum.
that's what I got here.
Yeah.
Okay, Charlotte, can I use 2 and
Yeah.
do the? All right, I will use 2
Go for it.
momentum.
Okay. If you fail a row, say I gain a momentum. I'm thinking of adding that to the fail rolls now. So yes. So you're spending 2, you're getting 3 to actually hit her.
Yes.
She is going to take 1 damage from that as you. How does this look? What are you doing? Like, you are stuck in the web, and what happens?
So I'm stuck in the web holding my scythe, and I see Charlotte transform into a spider, and I try to clap because, like, she never does this. But then I
Yeah.
realize if she does this, she's, like, pissed. So I just, like, melt into shadow, including my scythe, and then reform in the shadows on top of the ceiling, just come down with the scythe with my aggravated damage and, like, slice down the back of this, like, Black Widow.
There is a yellow fluid that comes out of the back of this Death Widow as she screams in agony. Who do you pass the initiative to? You can pass it to the Death Widow, or you could pass it to Charlotte.
I'll pass it to the Death Widow.
Okay. You being so close to it, it is going to try to latch onto you with its fangs.
Yeah.
And we shall see. It has some pretty nasty abilities. It can cannibalize people. That is a fun dread power.
Why can't I? Actually, I don't want to eat spiders. Spiders are my friends now.
Okay. It is going to bite into you, and you can roll your defense roll, which is your stamina.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to roll 10. And then what is your difficulty? What is your defense?
3.
3. Okay, that's actually 4, so that's pretty
Oh.
good. Because you start with a defense of 1 base.
Gotcha. I mean, just add.
Yeah. So looking down at this predator that is coming at you. Okay. Oh, fun. I rolled 10 dice, got 1 hit,
Just like I did.
and because your difficulty increased to 4, it is not going to be able to bite into you. And you deathly dodge on the web. It is going to pass the initiative to Charlotte. Charlotte, is your turn.
All right, I have an edge called Quick Read.
Yeah.
So I'm a master of cold read. Tiny details jump out. So the first time I encounter a character in a scene. So I'd like to ask you one question about a small mundane detail I notice about the spider.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what would you like to ask?
Does it have weak spots? Too not mundane enough.
Yeah, not really mundane enough.
Okay. Is there anything in this room that has been well cared for?
The TV.
Okay.
The TV is well cared for, and it is on a static channel at the moment.
Okay.
It's a shame Nokrem doesn't realize that.
Okay, so that was my edge, my quick read. Excellent. I'm going to yell at Nokrem like, oh wait, also can you give me a little bit of just like background information? I know that elders try to eat us. Are there cases of us like lowly by 8 handling elders? Is that heard of?
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit on that. I heard that that elders eat younger primal. What was the question exactly?
The question was like, is it frowned upon to defend yourself and potentially kill elders?
In particular, the 8 hands, it is not. Like you're perfectly well within your within reason to defend yourself.
Okay, great. Yeah, I just didn't know the culture too well. I knew they wanted to eat us. So in that case, I am going to cast, in addition to Scent of Danger, I'm going to bleed a curse die and cast Force of Nature. So the spider is like pressing inside my flesh. And let's see, it says ice rims my fingers and flames wreath my legs. I gain +1 enhancement to unarmed attack, and I gain double 9s.
Nice. So you would type 9 double into the thing.
9 double, okay.
Or double 9. Like that.
Okay. And then additionally, they count as a spell with the elemental attunement of my choice for the purpose of bypassing armor. Let's see. What does that mean?
So if it has like a if it has some sort of armor, like let's say if it has like a vulnerability to fire, you could bypass their armor type thing. That's the
Okay.
But I will say it does have armor on it. Like its hide is very thick, so it counts as armor. So we can reduce its armor down from 4 to 3 for defense, rather. Okay.
Okay.
So
And
you're going
my
in.
turn.
You're going in for an attack, though, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I would love to.
Okay. Remember, so you've got a +1 enhancement that stacks on all physical actions from being in your primal form, plus a plus your enhancement from force of nature. So you have an enhancement of +2.
Yes. And do I add that in my rolls or after?
Yeah, you can add them in there with the E. You could type E2 into the roll, and that'll work. I'm double checking like all the motifs here because I remember there's a motif where you can do this.
So am I rolling close combat dexterity then?
Yeah, close combat dexterity you can.
Okay.
Apologies, I started looking into the rules because I was like, oh yeah, you have motifs, and I forget if you guys chose motif.
We're not good at fighting in this room.
That is 4 hits, though. That is a successful hit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you're gonna do damage, and if I look here, you have 1 extra hit if you want to like knock down the target or grapple them. What would you like to do?
Ooh. Yeah, I'll grapple them. Yeah.
Okay. You begin to like beat up and so can you describe how you get this grapple going and injure them?
Yes. I think that like I kind of like I jumped kind of the side of them. I like snuck around and then I grabbed like as many arms as I could grab, and I've just got like the arm behind the back kind of move. So they're kind of like pinned in that way.
Okay. It starts to scream out. It's like, daughter, I will end you. Who do you pass the initiative to? You can pass it to yourself, Nokrem, or the Death Widow now, because it's top of the order.
I'll do I'll do myself again.
Okay.
I'm gonna call to Nokrem and say she's I'm gonna just say like the TV's She's taking care of the TV. It's the only thing she cares about. And then I'll just like take as many other arms as I can and continue to like try to like twist them behind her. Close combat.
Okay. Close combat plus might or dexterity, and because you have applied the grappled condition, they cannot buy defense tricks. However, you can use the following tricks. You can either disengage, which is to remove the status effect, or you can overwhelm them with it. But basically, you've got them held.
Right. I'll try to overwhelm them.
Okay.
8 hits.
Oh man, that is 3 10s, and you still have the 2 enhancement. You managed to do. I'm gonna auto include the critical hit on that. So you managed to do 2 damage to this creature. I'm looking at the extra stuff here. Do you want to throw them, break the grapple, or knock them down, or shove them? There's so much you can do with that.
I guess I'll throw them into the TV. Can I do that?
Yeah. Throwing them into the TV, like, you like take their body and you like just hurl them right at it. The TV screen shatters into a million pieces, and the body of the spider creature looking at you, the Death Widow, looks up, says, "Clever girl," as it begins to dissolve into a black sludge onto the floor. The little eyeballs begin to like sit at the top of the sludge before dipping into the ground.
Okay. Well, that's the second time the TV has been important in these rooms.
So we always go for the TV, it seems.
It might be a common thread.
Speaking of thread, you are currently
Can we search the room?
1 second. Speaking of thread, currently you are both on the webbing of this giant spider web. As it too begins to slowly dissolve into black ooze and you begin to fall, roll me dexterity plus athletics checks to avoid taking damage from the fall. It is a difficulty 1 check.
So it is possible to succeed at this. But I did not.
I got 2 successes.
Charlotte in primal form gets on all however many limbs she has in like a superhero pose type thing. I'm saying just or however you wish. I don't want to put words in your mouth. But Nokrem, you definitely fall flat on your face onto the floor.
Ow! I've got to get more practice walking on. Charlotte, can you let me practice walking on your webs? In the future. Yeah.
Of course.
1 injury condition.
Not the face. Not your beautiful face.
I'm gonna put on one of my face masks. It won't have enough blood for me to feed, but like, let me feel better. I'll had in Charlotte one just because I can't face mask by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone currently wrapped up in the web turning to sludge?
No.
Okay.
It's almost as if this room was designed for you. And at this moment, I think it's nice if we take just like a quick 5-10 minute break just for the restroom. But I am starting a Start Playing account where I'm going to help teach people how to play Curseborne. If you're interested in it, there is a link down below that you can check it out at. I'll be running a game for Onyx Path Game Night, which is the last Friday of every month. And I'm going to try and keep that going for as long as I can. Additionally, I'll be running weekly games. If you'd like to check them out, there'll be one-shots. Feel free to drop in, drop out as you want. Anyway, back to the video. And we are back. Thank you all for waiting so patiently. Where last we left off, everyone was in this room and a giant spider creature was defeated, turning to goo as it was thrown into a TV. You guys find yourselves in the room, and the door seems to be not trying to close anymore. It is opening itself up.
Okay, what I'm gathering is each room is like a test. We get locked in until we figure it out. Let's see if we can find room 13. If not, we probably have a couple tests ahead of us.
I could see that.
Should we go back and get Steve?
Let's see if there is any leftover Steve. Like, Steve was super helpful.
Yeah. Let's go back and get Steve.
We're going to go look for Steve in 1301.
Okay, you get to the door 1301. It's not unlocking for you. Do you wish to try and open it?
Oh yeah, Steve had the card.
Let's just see what happens. I would like to try to kick that door in.
Hey, difficulty of 3.
Okay.
Complication of 1. You injure yourself by kicking it down.
That's fair. I only have one cursed die left. What? Why is that? Yeah. There we go. Yep. Ow! My foot!
Do you want to spend 1 momentum to
That would open the door, but I would still be injured.
Yeah. Or you could spend the hits that you just did to
not be injured.
Not be injured, yeah.
How much do you want to see Steve?
I can try to lockpick.
Okay. Then I will spend those hits to not my foot.
Kick the door. It is sturdy Bostonian craftsmanship.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte, larceny plus cunning.
Okay. Six hits.
Ooh.
Whoa. Yes. Quite easily you manage to pick this lock. It gives a slight screech as you open the door, as if you have not just picked a lock, but have somehow injured some sort of creature in doing so. And the door creaks open, and you find yourselves in the room where Steve was prior. The TV is off, and there is but a singular person with a wide grin on their face. Their entire skin taut, their eyes wide, frozen, glazed over in death.
It's Steve.
It is.
Oh, he's dead. Okay.
Yeah. The TV is not on.
Mm-mm.
Can I like
I'm gonna
like a
take
cat? Mhm.
hard.
That's ours now.
What was that?
Oh, I just took the penthouse card out of his hand.
Upgrade.
Upgrade.
I'd like to look at cat, kind of bat the TV closer to the edge, not like close enough to fall. I just want to like see if I can get a reaction from this room. Like, hey,
Roll me a presence plus persuasion.
that's what we're good at. Not today. On 9 dice, got 2 hits.
2 hits. The TV screen begins to flicker on as a woman in a bathrobe appears on the bed with her arm around Steve. She yawns and she says, "Oh, why are you bothering me? I just had a good feast."
What is your name, new friend? May I ask you your name, new friend?
Oh, I go by many names.
What would you like me to call you, new friend?
You can call me Crystal.
I like you, Crystal. I like what you do. I like how you do it. And I kind of want to keep this friendship going. But to keep the friendship going, I would like some more information. If you would be so kind as to share.
I don't see what's in it for me.
Did you enjoyed Steve? I mean, I could get plenty Steves here.
Let's do a trade then. You get me another Steve into this room. I will answer a question of yours.
That sounds like a lot of work going back upstairs and then downstairs again. Crystal, I hope I don't have to break your TV because I do like you. You have a good day. I guess.
Do you want to roll a persuasion, presence persuasion for making this deal?
I do. Come on. With all your 9 dice, give me something good. 3 hits?
She says, "I'll give you one question for free, but if you want others, you'll have to provide a suitable replacement."
That's why I like unironically, I think Nokrem was like, Crystal's a good egg. Okay, Charlotte, what question should we ask Crystal?
Let's see. Then we could ask the name of the person in charge. We could ask how to find room 13.
You do
I
have the
think
name of the
got a
person
name.
in charge,
It's
which is 13.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we could ask how to get to 13. We could ask the importance of the TVs. We could ask like the structure of the whole 13th floor.
Would asking what 13 is help? I don't know.
Ooh.
We'd have to like know about the thing, and I'll be honest, I am not smart. So if your confidence in your knowledge base,
I'm cunning. I'm not very intellectually smart. Not really. I'm not really smart either.
okay. I defer to you. Whatever question you think is good.
Me? You made the deal. You asked the question.
Okay.
You earned it.
Crystal,
Mhm.
What is the identity of 13? Who are they?
Oh, that is a good question. What are they is a shattered space, a entity that feeds upon those that come into it. The door is always there if you want to leave, but you'll be too busy being fed on.
I can't ask another question. Crystal, don't worry. Anytime I come to this hotel, I'm bringing you some food because you and me. Would you like a face? I don't have any more face masks, but like, I'm gonna get you a face mask and some food.
Oh, I do. I pull one out of my Mary Poppins bag.
Crystal, you're gonna love this.
I brought two, one for each of us. I thought we would do like some facials in the hotel later, but I hand you one to give to Crystal.
And I'll hand it to Crystal.
She'll put it on and she says, if you wish to see me again, feel free to turn on the TV, but please, bring back another guest if you want more answers.
Okay, that's fair. That
Thanks,
that is completely
Crystal.
fair. Bye, Crystal.
Bye.
And
Um,
the TV turns off and she disappears into it.
All right.
So, if I
Down
got
the
this
hall.
correct, 13 is a liminal space that just feeds on the people. Are we trying to kill the 13th floor? Are we like befriending the 13th floor?
Our goal, our goal, what we were told to do wasn't to do the negotiating, but to find the contact person or thing
Right.
for the heirs family to then
That
negotiate with.
okay.
So we
To
need to find this liminal space's voice.
center.
Yeah, we know where it is and we know what it is. I guess we just need to like make sure we can communicate with it, and then we can bring that information back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go hunt down room 13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll me a survival plus cunning.
Hmm.
3 hits.
3 hits.
4 hits.
4 hits. Awesome. I'll consider this an investigation roll. So you'll definitely have the lead to the new room.
Mm-hmm.
But you can ask me 3 questions about the 13th floor to try and get more details about it.
Okay.
I'm using the investigation rules here. So we've got you can spend a hit to get an extra piece of evidence. You can spend 1 to 3 hits to get questions and answers.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could get an unexpected lead, which will give you an additional lead in addition to the one of heading to the 13th floor's 1313 room.
Right. I honestly only have like 1 question. So unless you have like a couple questions. Yeah, then we could do the lead instead.
You can
Yeah,
do the
let's
lead
do that.
instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walking through the halls, you find yourself face to face with the 13th floor the 13th room of the 13th floor, 1313. And you can see, excuse me, as you open the door, before going into the room proper, you can see on the floor is a opened letter on the ground with a wax seal on it. The wax seal is that of a sort of beautifully calligraphied H. So beautiful, in fact, that I could not do it myself justice if I were to try and write an H on it. Do you wish to read the note?
Do I recognize the H symbol?
Roll me a culture plus intellect or esoterica, whichever you prefer.
Three hits.
3 hits. You immediately recognize it as the symbol of the heirs.
There's
Okay.
And reading the letter, it says 13. 2 flies in our hair will be sent to you within the next 2 days. Deal with them. Signed, L.
Lucian?
Could be Lucian, or it could be Leo.
It's probably Leo.
Lucian is an outcast and Leo is an heir, so it probably makes more sense that it was Leo.
Yeah. Wait, so this lead envelope was already in the room on the floor.
so either Leo set us up to die, or this the like room feeding on us. I'll be honest, this doesn't change much for me. I wanted to screw over the heirs anyway. So whether it's true or false, it doesn't change what I want to do. It might change how I want to do it, though.
That's right. We don't know if this envelope is real or not. It might just be messing with our heads.
Right. Or it could be. Ooh, this is a good one.
Is there a TV in this room?
There is not. As you enter into the room, is there anything you're doing preparing wise before going into the room?
I'll wedge the door open again with ironing board.
Okay, difficulty of 3, complication of 2. Complication is just you're going to get injured while trying to keep the door open.
Close combat dex?
Close combat dex.
Okay.
Difficulty 3, complication 2.
Okay. And since I'm still in spider form, am I still... Oh, wait, that was... That's 9... Okay, I'm not doing that anymore. Okay.
You get an enhancement, I think, if you're in spider form, right?
I get... What?
If you're in your spider form, I think you get a +1 enhancement.
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah. I got an error, though. Let me try that again.
Use divinity dice and curse dice.
Oh, you did D. Don't do D.
Oh,
you
wait.
do DF for difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm realizing that there is a minor complication when you're in your wild form.
That's right. Okay, 4 hits.
Okay.
Wicked success. Wicked.
Wicked sick. So I'm realizing wild form has a complication if you try and do something that is not combat related. The creature inside of you takes control. Luckily, you did not do anything really not combat related, I think, since then. Actually, no, you did do the picking the lock, but you beat that successfully. In any case, you feel yourself fighting against the spider creature inside your brain, inside your soul, as you enter this room. I apologize. I got so distracted by looking up rules. What were you doing with this action again?
What was I doing?
Keeping the door wedged.
Keeping the door wedged. Yes.
Right,
You
with the
managed.
ironing board.
Yeah, you managed to put the ironing board into the wedge again, keeping it from closing fully. So you have a means of exit at the moment.
Okay.
Now, do you continue forward? Of course. Entering into the room proper, you are able to see that this room isn't set up like the other rooms. It is in fact larger. It is sort of set up in a way that you can feel that the floors itself are winding down into an abyss. Before you is a giant red eye, sort of peering from a column, a center column holding up the ceiling, as it were, looking at you both. Tendrils sort of waving in the breeze, as it were, as you enter. Says, "Welcome."
Hi. We're here on behalf of the Air family. They just want to know who you are. They want to do some negotiating with you.
Of course. They told me all about you. Flies to be snuffed out. And it is going to try and attack you both. Roll your stamina plus your defense, so just stamina, as tentacles come flying out of this column.
Okay. Cool.
2 hits. 0 hits.
0 hits.
And E1 defense. Excuse me. Okay. The tentacles begin to extend from the column of where the black eye is sitting, or sorry, the red eye sitting, and they begin to wrap around your legs. Both of you are going to take 1 injury as it begins to try and crush your limbs and drag you closer. It is going to pass the initiative to Charlotte.
Okay. Well, first, I use my edge which is... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's not an edge. It's a spell. Scent of Danger. I hold a curse die. I still have one curse die left. And now anytime they attempt to take an aggressive action against me suffers a minor complication. If they fail to buy it off, they gain the terrified stance effect. So I cast that. And then I'm still in my primal form.
Yes.
Can I make an attack?
Yeah, it has a limb right next to you. Like it's grappling your leg right now, so you can attack that limb attacking you.
Okay.
It's got a defense of 3.
A defense of 3. And did you see the eye was on the ground?
The eye is in a column.
In a column? Okay.
And it is dragging you closer to the column.
Okay. I think instead of attacking the leg that has me, I want to reach in my bag and like throw a blunt object at the eye.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity plus ranged combat.
Oh no, it's ranged. Uh-oh. Okay, let's give it a try. And since I am a spider, I get +1 enhancement. Yes.
Yes. And you haven't used your force of nature yet, so it's just 1.
Okay. 1E1. 2 hits.
2 hits. That is not going to beat its defense as it closes its eye as what you throw bounces off. Who do you wish to pass the initiative to? I guess you can only really pass it to Nokrem right now.
Okay.
Because the column has already gone.
Okay. In something very unlike Nokrem's usual demeanor, she will try to talk with this thing before she goes slashy, and she'll just say, "Crystal, if this is you, stop it."
You are smart. It is Crystal. I am also the Death Widow. And 13.
So all I'm hearing is that you took one of my blood face masks and betrayed us.
Oh, honey. I didn't betray you. You were betrayed by the people who sent you here.
No, I expected that from them, but not from you. Okay. Then I guess I'll just get ready for my next turn, which will be not talking.
You can the talking was free. You can do something.
Then yes. So we're being pulled into the like column with the eye.
Yeah.
So then yeah. The only thing Nokrem would do is go into and then try to poke it with her scythe.
So you're gonna like run closer and poke it with your scythe. Okay.
Chaz knows that's a dumb idea. But also Chaz thinks that's what we're gonna do. So yeah.
Okay.
If you poke the eye.
Roll me a close combat attack plus might or dexterity.
Okay. Come on. You have 10 dice. You can. Okay, that's not too horrible. 5 hits.
5 hits. Okay. You beat its defensive 3. You have 2 extra hits remaining. You can spend those 2 extra hits on anything from.
Can I spend them on a critical if I have the brutal tag for my scythe?
Yes, you can.
That's what you get, Crystal.
You slash into the eye and it is bleeding profusely at this point. So you have done basically three damage to it at this point. It is screaming as a giant maw in the column begins to scream out. Who do you pass the initiative to? Charlotte or yourself or the column?
Well, definitely not the column. Like, that would be a very bad choice where I am right now. I think I'll pass it to me and try to, like, get away from the maw.
Okay. You can move away from it. Do you wish to do any other action?
Can I, like, slash as I'm running away, or would running away be, like, a full
Yeah,
action?
yeah, you can slash. You were still technically grappled, so there is you will need to do a dexterity plus athletics to get away.
Mm-hmm.
So dexterity plus athletics, might plus close combat, and I believe you have that ability about
that lets me do the higher of the two, and then
yeah.
So let's do that.
Like a love.
Did I put a space there? Why are you not working? Let's try this.
This is my first time running the Shattered Space, and I'm loving how it's looking in my head.
So I have 6 hits.
Ooh, damn. Yeah, you're doing a critical on that.
Nice.
So slash, and then it has teeth.
It is very wounded at this point. What do you plan on doing? Who do you plan to attach to give the initiative to? Charlotte or the room?
I think I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit and go Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna slash it some more.
Okay, roll me a dexterity or might plus close combat. Its defense is now 2 because of it being attacked this turn.
Okay. Oh, I did.
Oh, dear God.
How do you wish to do this? For those who don't see this, Charlotte rolled 8 hits for a catastrophic success somehow. You used divinity dice instead of curse dice, but
oh, that's why. Here, let me redo it.
Yeah, no, but it would have been no. Don't need to re-roll. It would have been the same anyway. So yeah, okay. you got a wicked success from this. As you are, what are you doing? How do you do it? How do you kill this creature?
So I'm still like, are we killing a liminal space?
It is a liminal space, but it is a shattered space, which are the definition of a shattered space is these places are malicious entities who are not creatures so much as liminalities that have become so cursed that they've gained consciousness. They often hunger for something from humanity, although some just seek to kill or entrap those who get too close.
Okay. I think what I'll do is Charlotte is going to use every single one of her 8 limbs to grab onto as many of the, like, did you say it had tentacles?
Yeah, it had tentacles coming from the
Yeah,
base of the column.
yeah, to grab onto as many as she can, and she's just gonna like rip them all out.
There is yellow ichor erupting from each of the tentacles as they are ripped out by this giant spider person, and the eye begins to roll in its eye socket. It says, Leo, I curse thee, and then dies.
No, finish it!
Oh.
Finish it! Finish the curse!
Yeah, keep going. We want Leo curse. Oh man, I hope it went through.
Right? Just text him, hey, are you cursed by chance? Just wondering.
Do you feel cursed?
Do you feel cursed? Do you feel as though life has not gone your way? If so, please call 555 your doom. I don't know.
So what does the room look like now that this creature has been destroyed? Are the lights back on, or is it still like an abandoned floor?
The column itself has become ripped to cinders. It is collapsed. The floor begins to shake a bit as you are all as you can sense that the ceilings are slowly coming down, crushing. Athletics plus dexterity, complication of 3. Difficulty of 1.
Athletics plus dexterity, you say?
Athletics plus dexterity, yes.
Charlotte, it's been nice knowing you. I think this might be
the end for Nokrem. Oh no.
Yeah.
Do you say complication 3?
Complication 3, difficulty of 1.
Okay. I want to help you. Can I help? I got a wicked success. Wicked.
Yeah, wicked.
I'll carry Nokrem.
And Nokrem was already fangirling over like Charlotte like ripping it out. She is just like in awe.
Okay. You're running towards the elevator, Nokrem, and you side by side, Charlotte, as the elevator door dings open, and Charlotte, you do a slide, but Nokrem is your Nokrem is like getting halfway into the elevator as the doors don't close, but the ceiling begins to start crushing Nokrem. There is blood down her sides as you pull her, wrench her through, and she is going to take just 1 injury from that. As you both are in the elevator and the doors begin to close.
Oh.
Nokrem, are you okay? We have the Pent Suite.
Charlotte, you're so cool. Also, I think I lost a kidney. Oh,
God. I like pull a kidney out of my bag.
Do you have the momentum to have a kidney?
Do we?
We've been rolling pretty well. I don't think we got that many failures recently.
You have one momentum.
Yes, I'm pulling it out of the bag.
Okay.
I put it
Spending.
back in you.
Thank you. All right. Well, let's head to the penthouse suite. Maybe get a little like snack on the way there and take a break. I'm a little tired.
Yeah. Let's see if we can grab someone else from the rooftop.
Yeah. What time is it? Is it past 1?
It is definitely past 1 because you were at midnight.
Damn.
Yeah.
You could start knocking on doors.
That was the next thing. Yeah. Let's like just knock on the door next to the penthouse and just like get somebody.
Okay. Roll me a culture plus presence check.
Okay.
And can I de-transform?
Oh yeah, you can do that at any moment if you wish.
Okay, I will.
Nokrem, why? You have so many dice.
Okay.
1 hit.
You get you knock on the door, and there is a sleepy woman in a bathrobe, and she says, "What's going on?"
Considering I'm like covered in blood, this is no time to be.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Should I call an ambulance?
And we'll use the allure skill. Come follow me.
Presence plus persuasion. Her integrity is 0.
1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
4 hits.
Nice.
She is like, poor babe, let me. And she gets really close to you as she like checks to see if you're all right.
So it would be very helpful if you just let me have a quick feed on your neck.
And you just bite right into her.
I think. I'll ask. I don't think I get any benefits from asking, but like she hasn't pissed me off like Crystal has. So
She's
I'll
like,
ask.
oh, well, anything for wait, what are you? And then you bite into her.
Yeah, I won't drain her. She might feel, a little hungover tomorrow, but just wanna. Oh, yeah.
She like you hold on to her as like the life force is draining slowly from her, and you release just before it gets too far, and you see her like tumble a little bit back into the room and fall on the ground. Behind her, you can see hung up in the wardrobe open is a wedding dress and a tuxedo. And you notice that she is wearing like yeah.
Oh, can I catch her before she falls?
Yeah, like.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We'll get her back to bed and.
Yeah, I want to tuck her in and like have her drink water, like plenty of water.
You manage to get her hydrated, and her husband is none too aware, heavy sleeper.
Yeah. Okay. Feeling good. Get me time.
You guys are heading to the other penthouse suite for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
Great.
say you get Nokrem, you will gain a curse die from the feed. And you guys are in what appears to be a lovely penthouse with a bunch of clothes left over from Steve.
From Steve.
And probably some some documents from like legislation that's going to be passing the state senate and things of that nature. What do you plan on doing now that you are in this room?
Pillow fight?
I'm down.
Pillow fight? God. Broke me a little.
Also, is the letter still intact or did it turn to goop?
Good
The
call.
letter is still intact.
Okay, so we have evidence that, they weren't intending on having us find anyone. So I think that we're even. Like, there wasn't a job to be done. They sent us on a nonsense job to be killed. So I think we're even. I think we're fine, right?
Oh, do we like Lucian? We might have just killed Lucian.
Oh my God, you're right.
I think we just killed Lucian.
Oh no. We should probably we should check in on Lucian.
We should check out Lucian.
You looking at your phone, there is a text message that has been sent to both of you that says, please help, something's not right. SOS.
Oh, he texted us. We should help him.
How many hours ago was this?
This was not too long ago. This was about an hour ago, around the same time.
Let's check. What, you want to help him? Like, I'm all for like calling him at 3 a.m. to like interrupt his like REM sleep, but he shouldn't have to die for this.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if he took, like, I thought he was going to sell that information and then let someone else go look. So it sounds like he went either by himself but like he wouldn't have made any money. So he must be with someone else.
I'm gonna call Lucian just to see if it goes through.
Goes directly to voicemail.
God damn it, Lucian. I want to leave him a long, like, rambling voicemail while I'm also talking to Charlotte. Maybe he went with somebody else who like wasn't strong, because we did kind of drag him in when he doesn't really know how to say no when it comes to his own life.
Yeah.
I was so excited for the penthouse suite.
I know. I like I take all the like free stuff I can find, shove it in my bag.
I'll take all the stuff that costs money because it's going to Steve's credit card.
Yeah, take the nips and stuff.
Yeah. I guess we're leaving.
Okay. Yeah. I wonder who he took with him. The bar might know. And since we
stop on the way.
Yeah, let's stop by and check in with
Wayland.
Wayland.
Yeah.
We'll call the bar.
Yeah.
Hey, Wayland picks. Hey, it's Wayland. What's going on?
Wayland, how you doing? It's your besties, Nokrem and Charlotte.
Hey, Wayland.
Yeah.
How are you doing? First of all, I'm assuming like we're like on the way there, so we have time to like talk since Wayland thinks we don't care about him.
Yeah, he's like, so yeah, what, like, everything's going well over here. I hear you guys are doing that job tonight or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's already taken care of. You know how good we are. By the by, have you seen Lucian?
Oh yeah, he left like 3 hours ago or something.
Did he leave with anyone?
Not that I can recall. Maybe it's been a busy night tonight. Why are you worried about him? What's going on?
I would never be worried about him, but if he doesn't leave his phone on for me to wake him up, how can I have my fun? what's been so busy tonight? Like more busy than last night? Is there a pool tournament that we missed?
I don't know. The heirs here seem to be celebrating something.
Those dirty mother.
That Leo guy, you know?
Leo is so great. Deliver him a message for us.
Oh yeah, sure.
Tell
What
him Charlotte and Nokrem are dead. It's a little inside joke we have. I guarantee you he'll be so happy when he hears it.
I mean, if you want to fuck him over, sure, I'll be happy.
Excellent! That's why I like you, Aelin.
Yeah, no worries, man. Fuck the heirs.
I wish more people understood that. All right, we're off to do more things to fuck the heirs over.
Okay. I'll let them know you guys are dead. So don't be surprised if you start getting text messages from family members or something who are worried about y'all.
Waylon, could I pay you to call my mom and tell her that I'm not actually dead?
Sure.
How much would you charge, Waylon?
A nominal fee.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I have $100 on my tab, remember, from selling that information about the carnival to Lucian. So you can take it out of my tab.
Okay.
Thank you, Waylon. Love ya.
Dear God. Now, you guys are heading to the amusement park?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to drag Lucian out.
Yeah. So we already know it's a trap.
Yeah.
Do you plan
Went
on
to
stocking up on anything?
I think I'll add a couple like masks to
Ooh.
my bag. Like clown masks and like a baby face mask.
Okay.
How often can one feed? Like, I don't want to just be like, I just want to feed to max out my curse die. But honestly, the most helpful thing would be like at least like one more curse die, so I could get like a nice like actual bloodbath or something like that.
Okay. So once per scene typically, if you wish to go to your apartment and do some blood bathing,
Okay, yeah.
I will say that will take an additional scene.
Okay, we don't have time for that. I'll just go in with my two, and we got the masks. I'm good.
Okay. You follow the directions given to you from the previous dossier, and you find yourself at Rodeo Randy's Ranch, an amusement park. Giant clown, rodeo clown with a beautiful smiling face is depicted over the name of the amusement park as you enter into what appears to be an empty parking lot. Near
words.
Near empty parking lot with one car there.
Oh, great. Now we can find out who he went with because he doesn't have a car. So
Right.
let's
Yeah, what's up?
can I take a picture and use one of my resources to try to identify who owns this car?
I would say you try to identify who owns this car, but you were unable to at the moment.
Can
Okay.
we break in and find the
Yeah.
registration?
It wouldn't be in there. I'm just...
Oh, okay.
If I can get a guest star for next session, that'll be the person, maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's go into Ridiculous Randy's Rudo. I just remember ours. The ranch.
Rodeo Randy's Ranch.
The road is Randy's ranch. By the way, we're not hiding the scythe now. Scythe is out and like...
Yeah. You're at the security booth in the entrance. It is currently, the gates are locked, closed. No one seems to be in there, at least as far as you can tell. How do you wish to break in?
Lockpick.
I will say a difficulty of 4.
Cool.
Okay. Is this larceny and cunning?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's say 2, difficulty of 2, because
DF2. 2 hits, success.
You hit success. You managed to lockpick your way through the steel gates. There is a keyhole in there that is set up. You hear a satisfying click as you open up the gates, and you are in front of the turnstiles.
Okay. I'll jump him.
Yeah,
jump on. Inside, you look and you find yourself facing a map of the Rodeo Randy's Ranch. There's fun houses, roller coasters, Ferris wheels, all for the low price of a can of Coke for admission.
Oh, great. I pull out a can of Coke out of my bag. They were from the hotel.
You did steal all the things.
I will give it to you.
I put them on the counter.
I need to take 1 second to do a quick break. I apologize. And we are now at Rodeo Randy's Ranch, the amusement park. I've given you an overview of the map. There are a variety of rides and amusements. What is your plan now that you have infiltrated this location?
I would like to pick up 3 like rocks about this size, if I can find them easily.
Oh, yeah. I'll say you can easily find rocks that size.
Okay, just like 3 and pop in my pockets.
Yeah. I am curious if you'll remember them next time, but we'll see.
Probably not, but you know. So we have the House of Mirrors, or the Fun House.
Fun house. You have roller coasters, you have the Tunnel of Love, you have a variety of options in front of you.
Okay, knowing they weren't on a quest to find the person in charge. They were just looking at liminal spaces, so they could be anywhere.
Right. Do we just like start wandering?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, roll me. Yeah.
Just so I'm assuming the roller coasters aren't moving right now, right?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay.
It is quite dead here. You don't hear anything off in the distance. There are like maybe occasionally you'll hear like a bird or some rustling, but it is as if like the entire park is on lockdown, as it were,
Right.
for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go see if we can find this liminal space.
Roll me a survival plus intellect or cunning. Oh no.
Oh, good. We get momentum.
We get momentum.
Yay! Thank you for reminding me. We have 2 momentum added to the pool now, as you guys find yourselves wandering into the find yourselves like you're looking around, you're wandering around, and you find yourselves heading into what appears to be the fun house.
Knew it.
Okay.
You can hear the lights begin to turn on as you approach, and the giant rodeo clown face entrance is laughing maniacally as it goes. Yeah. Welcome to Rodeo Randy's Funhouse.
Thanks, Randy.
Welcome to Rodeo Randy's Funhouse.
Thanks, Randy.
Welcome to Rodeo Randy's Funhouse.
All right, let's go inside.
Yeah.
Rule of 3, yes. Going inside, you're immediately in a tunnel that is sort of like rotating itself around.
Those
Love
are cool.
those. Yes. Okay, yeah, I'm having a blast. I'm just like giggling. I'm spending a lot of time in there. I'm letting my like body like
Now, roll me a survival plus cunning check, or a larceny plus cunning check. I will allow that as well.
Oh.
Another momentum, por favor.
Cunning. I'm gonna do cunning larceny.
There
4
we
hits.
go. 4 hits. You hear behind you, as you get out of the tunnel and into the maze of mirrors, you hear from behind footsteps approaching. At least 2 pairs.
Lucian?
No one calls back to you. Roll me a persuasion plus presence, Nokrem, for saying Lucian.
Let's see. This is what you're good at. 3 hits.
3 hits. You hear a response back that sounds a little bit... It doesn't sound exactly like the clown from before. It sounds more feminine, and it goes, "Children have half off on Wednesdays."
Crystal? Is that you again? Also, how close am I to Charlotte?
You guys are right arm like shoulder to shoulder.
Okay.
And the entrance to the maze of mirrors is right in front of you.
Lucian hasn't responded, or if, assuming that's Lucian, then there's 2 pairs coming closer.
You can hear the feet getting closer and closer. What do you do?
I go in that direction because like this could be Lucian playing a trick on him because we did kind of force him into the first place.
So you guys are going back into the tunnel, the moving tunnel.
I mean, that didn't sound like Lucian.
Didn't. But if it's someone else's hair, is probably the source of the thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think we should stay on the other side of the tunnel and let it come to us.
Fair.
Okay. As you are looking into the tunnel, you see two figures enter into the light. As you see a giant-headed figures walking towards you. And I say walking towards you, they're crawling on fours,
God.
human-like shapes. One of them with a giant wombat head, and the other with a giant horse head.
Okay.
Here's the thing. That all sounds creepy, so I'm gonna try to stab it.
You're gonna try and
Yeah.
stab it.
I loved talking to Crystal, even though she betrayed me. Once the crawling happens, like, no, just poke it, stab it, slash it.
Okay, roll me a might plus close combat or dexterity. You're doing it with the scythe, right?
Yeah, no. Like, unless they look like humans in which I can feed, no, we're like slashing with the scythe.
Okay.
Come on, Nokrem. I believe in you. Even though there are times when I shouldn't. See, that's what I'm talking about. 7 hits.
Alright. You slice off the head with the scythe of the wombat as as it gets closer to you, but the body is still coming towards you.
Ah! Oh, get away.
Creepy motherfuckers! You do a lot of damage to it, but you feel as though it is doing some weird crawling.
And all I have is like slashing and like magic it.
All you have. That's great.
Who would you like to pass it to?
You know what? I'm gonna pass it to the headless wombat.
Headless Wombat is going to try to and strangle you.
That is fair.
What roll for stamina?
One hit.
It is going to begin to like collapse your windpipe as it does 2 points of damage to you. And it is going to pass the initiative to the horse, who is going to try and do the same to Charlotte. Charlotte, roll for me for your defense. Stamina. Okay, 2 hits.
2 hits. Yep.
Sadly, it is also going to start crushing your windpipe, doing 2 damage to you and causing you both to be taken out for the moment, which is knocking you both out. And we're going to end it at this point in the session, as you hear the voice of Lucian as you wake from unconsciousness, saying, "Dear God, thank you. Thank God you guys are alive." And that's the end of tonight's session. Thank you. Thank you all for watching. Please, we'll start with Charlotte. Where can people find you?
Awesome. People can find me on Words and Witchcraft and on some other of Corbin's games on the Awkward GM.
Awesome. And Chaz.
Hello, friends. I am Chaz, and you can now find me at Nokrem Plays. That is Nokrem Plays at Blue Sky, Start Playing, and Twitch, where tomorrow I'm going to be streaming my first game ever.
Put the link in the chat if you want. Feel free. And I am the Awkward GM Corbin. You can find me at the Awkward GM Corbin on YouTube, as well as here most Sundays at 8 p.m. at this point, where we play Accursed in Boston. Thank you all for joining us. I'll put us over to pre-roll, and see you all next time. Bye.